like a nut mic. All right, you can see both of us. Mm-hmm. What's poppin', everybody? This is ICJ from Interrobang Entertainment, and I am blessed with
the company.
The company of the company.
The entire company of Magical Time Being.
Magical Time Being. We're in the I'm just gonna call it the indie space in Berkeley, and we're going to be doing some quick little video blogs to test stuff out and just mess around. This is our first one. We did like 3 before, but didn't edit it. This one we'll actually edit and we'll put it up real quick.
We meaning Justin will edit it.
Yeah, I will edit it because Ian doesn't have any time, and
well, I have more free time maybe than you, but I'm
this isn't pretty much this isn't getting edited. It's just gonna get shoved up there real quick.
Yeah, 90 views.
So we were talking. Ian's friend Brian. I could say he's my friend probably now at this point.
I think so.
He got a Vive. So everybody's debating, especially indies and developers, whether this is a viable platform. Because I was saying platform, I guess, like, he has a Vive, so there's the Oculus, there's the Gear VR, there's a cardboard box, and just after playing it, it's interesting to see kind of like what experiences they have and whether it's necessary for us to jump on the bandwagon, right? Like, we already struggle with making our own games and try to figure out different revenue streams and just different ways to make a living off of this. Now, when you have that, like, when you have this other platform that everybody are just running to because it's kind of like blue waters at this point, it's the gold rush, as they say. Like, is this viable for us to even contemplate?
I think so, but I think you got to get the money from either Valve or I don't know, Facebook, one of the companies that's got deep pockets that wants to see it succeed. I don't think there's really any money in the near future for like direct sales, like from the customers. I think you just got to ask for a big chunk up front and not plan to make any money off the actual sales. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. Since it's going out on video, I can restate my my position and my prediction on VR. After playing it a little bit, I think that I guess I'm in the pessimistic camp that it'll be like kind of a curiosity for a small number of people, like type of person who would buy a decked out PC that could run it. And I think that those people will use it for a couple weeks and then kind of tire of it, because you've kind of got to set up a bunch of space in your house for it. You've got all the, you have to put on the headset. You're standing for most of this. You're moving around. It's kind of the same reason we haven't seen any like Minority Report interfaces for computers and stuff like that. All that stuff, because you'd rather honestly just be sitting down and holding a controller if you want to like relax. And the Wii kind of broke that, and everyone thought like, oh yeah, get up off the couch, and like motion controls are the wave of the future. But the Wii worked because it's like a party game machine. VR is the total opposite of a party game machine. Is there's one person wearing the scuba mask and everyone else is making fun of them.
Everyone's making fun of them or making gestures behind them.
Everyone's like dry humping him. So yeah, that's kind of my prediction. I think there's still some cool stuff with VR, but like it's so far from being accessible, and it's a long way from being cool enough to catch on with people. I think the average person would kind of look at it and laugh still, despite their many efforts to make it look cool.
I definitely think it's like it is kind of the wave of the future or whatever. There's some interesting games I played on Vive, but just like when you play it somewhere, you're like, oh, this is really cool, but then you think about the logistics of it, $600-$700
plus a PC that
plus an amazing PC, plus you have to put these like sensors up. It's just like has a huge overhead. There's like a big barrier to entry for anyone to actually do it. And then at this point, like you're saying, I mean, I really like the experience. I think that I would actually want to develop something for it, but you would have to definitely have the time, the team to try to make it happen. If you're sitting down, and you have this headset on, you're isolated from the rest of the world. Like, how long can you sustain unless you're just like one of those kind of gamers anyway. But it seems like that would be something frowned upon in a family, like pops. You know, you gotta like they gotta justify that to their wives or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, can I buy this headset? And then they're just isolated in this world watching porn or whatever. I only take it to porn, but like
during primetime TV, yeah.
Primetime TV, you know, I don't know, like.
Well, there's an exception, which is Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Like, I'll definitely shout out to Ben Kane on that one. Like, and that actually flips it on its head. And that's so far the only party game I know of that's VR, because it does like just require one person to be in like the equivalent of another room, and everyone else can be using the Valve manual, and you only need one headset. So that I think is really cool. Now, you don't need the headset. You can totally play it on a laptop too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that game.
I haven't even tried it on the headset. I'm sure it's better, but like, yeah, it works great for the laptop.
Yeah, I there was a game I think I spoke to you about. It's called Giant Cop from Other Ocean down the street in Emeryville.
Oh yeah, a local craft.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome. It's a Vive game, and you're a giant cop as it states, and you pick up perpetrators. You pick up perpetrators and throw them in this big warp field or whatever. And you're giant, and you're looking in the city, and they look like micro machines. You're bending down, you can look under stuff, and it's really cool. But after a while, like I think I worked out. I think I worked out 2 days prior to playing this game, and my back just started killing me trying to crawl on the floor. So I could like, it's really interesting, and the gameplay is really cool, really stylistic. But like, I think depending on how things evolve, you get fatigue. Like you get the fatigue. Like the thing, first of all, you got this big ass heavy headset, and then this cord that you're
the matrix cord
that you feel it and you're trying to step over it at the same time while playing the game, but then you also have the physical, you know, realm. Like, are you gonna step on a cat or like kick your baby while
your friend
while you're back?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just an old man and I'm getting old, but like, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you got to be physically fit. So I could that's a pretty interesting concept too. Like having a gym with getting pink eye with sweaty headsets, something like that. But anyway, like,
has anyone made a game called Pink Eye yet?
They should have a game called Pink Eye, like
Pink Eye Scuba Adventures.
I think it's such a cool concept. Like we're doing the mix, and I'm helping to curate games, and like a lot of those games are awesome. And I could see where people are headed towards with those, but it's to see how the depth of where you can go with those experiences, because they're so at this point they're basically tech demos, and large companies like, I think Alex and I were talking about this the other day. Huge AAA companies aren't making games for Vive because there's no money in it yet. So like, until you get that those kind of experiences, then how are you going to sell it, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know what those kind of experiences are yet, because there's some real limitations so far of like only being able to interact with like the little paddle thingies, and you can move kind of within an area, but you're not going to be able to walk across. Like, it can't be like Skyrim, and I don't think you'd want it to be that way either, because
you gotta press a button to teleport.
Yeah, it's usually like blinking around the world.
Yeah, and that kind of takes you out of the experience.
It works, but it's it's gonna be really hard to get a like action RPG adventure experience with that, just because of how much like activity. If you are playing as the protagonist, I don't know, would I want to go through Dark Souls having to swing the sword that many times?
Yes,
and, like,
I'll tell
and stuff, or would I be playing Dark Souls in the Vive, just like kind of watching my avatar and like directing him? Maybe that would be kind of cool, but is that really better than playing on a TV?
I know. I can tell you, I played before we wrap this up. Like, I can tell you, I played at Brian's. I can't remember what it's called, but we'll add it right here. Where you had this. Remember the game? It was like it was an RPG, and it had a very Zelda-esque
Oh
theme.
yeah, it was kind of like Shadowgate or something. Where
Yeah.
you, like you pick up things and then
And you had like a belt, and then you put your stuff, and you could pick an apple up
Yeah.
and eat the apple, and that was really charming. It was cool, but like literally after I played it for maybe 30 to 40 minutes. After that, like after 30 minutes, I was sweating and like my arm was getting tired, and maybe I should have wore workout gear, but it's interesting, but like just yeah, those type of aspects of like how can you supplement or take into account the physical activity with.
yeah, because you take for granted those like avatars. They're doing physical stuff all the time. They're moving around,
Yeah.
even just like lifting your body weight. You're doing body weight exercises while you're playing.
Yeah, and like to be honest, when I was in the little virtual realm, I was very cognizant of how dumb I looked. So I tried to, so I had to like, I actually tried to swing to make it look cooler than it was. You know
Put
what I'm
on a little
saying?
show.
Tried to put on a little show because I knew people were around me. You know what I mean? But like, it's really interesting because you don't even take into account, because when you're in that realm and you're focused on the plasma or whatever, I'm like, that's old school. They're like an LED TV or whatever the fuck it is. Like you're focused, your character's badass, so you don't even think about the physical capabilities.
Yeah, you're barely moving.
You're just going like this, yeah, bitch. Like, but anyway, that's our. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is our first little discussion. Ian Stocker, Magical Time being Justin Woodward, Interrogating Entertainment, and please let us know what you think, all two of you, what you think in the comments below about our topic. What do you think VR is going for game developers, and what your thoughts are if you've tried it or not. And we'll do more of these often and share them any way possible. Peace.